It's evening time and we're still dealing with Asagi's little issues.
Why is it so dark already?
We did 3 levels.
Was it art? Was it this dark the last time we did 3 levels?
Yes.
That's weird.
Oh man, it's Prinland. Just the guy that Patrick would talk about in a different universe. Man, people were so happy when Patrick said Finland in the second movie.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. Which, all 3 movies are on Netflix now, so I should just watch 2 and 3.
Yeah, you should.
I heard mixed things about the third movie.
Yeah, it's... I mean, I've seen some clips, and the clips are funny, but I wonder how mixed it is because of the whole summer camp retcon thing.
Yeah, I think that's a large part of it is people annoyed at the retcon, which kind of don't care. Like, there's a lot of things, even things that don't have strong canon, where if they retcon things I'd still be annoyed, but with this I kind of don't care.
Yeah, I get it.
But I get it, but I don't care. But the thing is that people say the art style though is incredible, and like every screenshot just looks like a painting. Like I saw someone post a random screenshot, it looked like someone drew it. It's incredible. So I want to see that just for the art style.
Well, okay then. That also reminds me, earlier today I saw a little creepbo tweet about the Ghost in the Shell movie. I mean, the original one, and like, alright, old traditional anime movie magic. I need to go and watch that.
Yeah. The thing with SpongeBob is this thing I'm seeing where people realize CGI doesn't have to just mean slightly realistic, slightly anime. It can be just as stylized as 2D.
Hence the Tom and Jerry movie.
Well, yeah, because I didn't even realize that, oh, this is 3D? It looks very 2D until you said, oh, this is 3D, and I think that's very nice. Which, we should mention the Tom and Jerry movie, but after I do my 3D, 2D rant. Not rant, but...
Hey.
The thing is, unless you want to say something about the level.
Not for right now yet. No, continue.
So, yeah, the 3D, like, it's funny that it's all started more or less with the Peanuts movie. Like, I don't think there's any especially stylized CGI movie that came out before that had that broad reach. So yeah, I say the Peanuts movie started. I haven't seen that yet. Then you got stuff like Spider-Verse and Connected, which I hope isn't cancelled. I haven't heard anything about it, but that weird clay... Oh wow, very nice. That weird clay look looks very nice. And so it's just cool to see CGI have art style. But I was someone who didn't think it was possible. Oh
yeah, that's
like,
the attack.
You're getting a heart. That's cool. You're gonna get some extra life. Oh.
That's the attack that they do. That's incredibly annoying. That you cannot leave succubi alive. You have to kill them when you see them. And unfortunately, the second game introduces higher level succubi that do an attack like that. That's even worse. They are kill on sight, and they are also harder to kill. So...
Can't wait to see it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to.
Yeah. Okay, that's like, why am I leaving them alive?
I don't hate how the Tom and Jerry movie looks.
Me neither.
Which might be me in a minority. Yeah, but I'm thinking, you cannot, no matter how you want to, you may as well just not make it. You can't just have an episode of Tom and Jerry. Well, I guess you can. I guess it's not impossible. But generally, yeah, a movie, the way movies are made is different from the way shows are made. Or other things, like the same thing with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. the movie is made differently from the book because movie audiences expect different things from book audiences, and same thing with cartoon. Like there needs to be a story, and I guess there's many different ways to do it. But I understand this execution. I'm just curious about how they're going to do it and how the human stuff is going to be in there and how it's going to end.
Up, story time.
That doesn't. I don't know why that doesn't look like her. Maybe because she's facing the front.
Yeah.
Vote for Asagi, firm but flexible. Also, I enjoy long.
She seems to be getting support.
No, she's not.
You know,
Nobody's listening.
I
What a shocker.
I would probably be content with the fact that I can just live comfortably and not have to seek out being important.
Yeah, but she has a dream, man. And technically it was almost accomplished, but it keeps being destroyed by external forces. And
Yeah, I
plus, she's talking the
it's not
truth
like
right there. She needs power of the people. The stupid, stupid people.
It's not like she's just failing. She's not particularly getting harmed. So I guess there's no point in her stopping.
I mean,
she gets beat up all the time, but not
she gets cursed in one timeline. Remember?
Oh, yeah, maybe she should stop. Sit down. Maybe she can fend for herself if someone does try to do something. Just go find a house in one of the back. Go live in that castle in the background or something.
I don't think that looks cozy.
Yeah, probably not. Seems to be in the sky right now.
Oh.
I mean, the castle seems to be in the
sky. Just a little sliver left. It's always the worst. Also, yeah, the Asagi having enemies thing really starts getting annoying at this point.
Is she fighting you and the enemies?
No,
or are
the enemies are only locked on you. And
yeah, what I mean, story-wise, is she fighting them?
I think she's just going crazy while they're around, while trying to fight you.
Yeah.
That being said, outside of all of that, she is getting stronger. It took way more effort to take her down just normally, and she's gained new moves.
So, I mean, I guess it's working.
Well, yeah, she's getting stronger, but she still has no idea how to become the main character.
I kind of feel like she's self-aware enough to want to become the main character, but not self-aware enough to know that trying to do this would just guarantee she won't be the main character.
Yes.
Like you'd think she'd know, hey, I'm trying so hard to be the main character. Obviously, I'm not the main character. I can't. I have to stop doing this. But whatever. She can't be too self-aware, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But now she's realizing that she's literally going crazy from all of her efforts. Just like this is taking too much of a toll on her.
Work hard, like you.
Hmm.
That's my only choice.
That's rather rude. So for a Prinny to say someone needs to work hard.
Well, I mean the Prinnies work much harder, but then again, they do deserve it.
I'm gonna follow your lead, coach.
True.
I'm gonna claw my way up.
Prinnies were the original. Every person and their mother making a cartoon about the underworld with a bunch of sympathetic characters who are actually jerks. They started it, and then 20 other shows decided, let's do that. I don't know why. It feels I can't really name that many shows about demons or the underworld or something.
Jimmy Two Shoes.
But yet it feels like it's hammed enough to be cliche.
Well, I mean, Jimmy Two Shoes immediately comes to mind for me.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like even fan animations, like it has been, and so there's just a bunch of stuff, and it feels like a bunch of stuff, but I just don't know that many stuff. But I
I
don't
mean,
know.
in anime, it happens a lot more. Oh, great! It's
Yeah, but
Prinken.
that doesn't really
that
count.
jerk. Never doing anything that I want him to do on time.
Who is he supposed to be? Abraham Lincoln? That would be very funny. People would be upset. Oh, that would be hilarious.
Okay.
That would be funny. Anyways, what did
You weren't paying attention. Basically, Asagi's seen us as a coach now, and the Prinny really likes the sound of that. Luckily, not to a fetish level.
You guys are starting to forget your place. No way, dude. We're totally
Didn't you say she was going to? I'm assuming in the Asagi story she mentions what she's playing, because you said I was.
Oh wait, yeah, here it is.
this system too.
This is the line I want you to pay attention to.
System is hacked, and those games are all pirated, dude. Was that the sound of you talking back?
Why would that wouldn't be like a hacked system with a bunch of pirated games would cost a lot more than a normal system. That's like people would want that.
Yeah. I mean, technically you're right. But yeah, so now Asagi's trying to train with
There's probably a
Prinny.
lot of piracy in the world.
Well,
Come to think
Well,
of it.
yeah, it is just like a general thing. That's why people are violent in trying to keep their property.
Actually, there'd be a lot of stringent copyright law in the world. And like strong enforcement of it.
Oh, this is the okay, now we're going to make things ludicrously hard level. And like unfair kind of hard. This is where I'm just like, okay, game, you're being, for the first time, kind of unfair.
I feel like, and once again, just unreasonably focused on the background. I feel like this is a terrible place to be.
Well, ninjas train here, so it being a terrible environment is part of their
I'm
ninja
thinking like
training.
this city that has just a part of it is gone, and it's just a giant lava pool.
You know, in case the nights are
But
too cold.
right next to I mean, I guess it's perspective. Those buildings don't have to be right next to the hole.
Yeah, that was an absolute.
populated.
That was a mistake because my it was supposed to be a normal jump, but my thumb or whatever finger was too close to the down button, so it registered as down. I still have to get used to this controller.
You know, I'm suddenly curious about
What?
Oh, you're fighting a humanoid character that's not just the archer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious about. There needs to be a video game where conduction.
What?
Conduction is a thing, and even if you're not directly in the lava, if the metal is in the
Convection.
lava, it's still hot.
Yeah. Oh, if you're saying metal, okay, yeah. Then you're correct.
Yeah. There needs to be, and I'm thinking there's probably a Donkey Kong Country level like that, where something remains hot, even if you're not directly in the lava. I'm sure of it. That sounds like something I would.
But yeah, this place starts getting brutal with the things they require you to do before checkpoints.
Yeah, because I realized it's like the third death
Yeah.
for the first checkpoint.
Well, no, we already had a checkpoint, but just like they throw elite ninja enemies there, and just a whole bunch more things, and then this wheeled enemy will come down from the ceiling, or it's already done and killed itself by accident. And then a slime there that you can't stun, then an archer is guarding the end, and I'm just trying not to trigger her. So it's a lot of stuff. Of course, nothing I can't handle, but dang, I won't say this is a difficulty spike. I mean, yes, it is a difficulty spike, but there's so much to deal with, man. You really have to use the fact that you're invincible
this looks
to just leave.
ridiculous. Apart from this look very ridiculous.
Yeah, as I said, sometimes you just need to use the fact that you're invincible when sliding to just leave. What am I doing? Oh, I'm making sure she's not a threat.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude, leave. Oh, there's just so many enemies on the ground.
Yep.
This is like... It reminds me of a game, and I couldn't tell you what...
Son of a...
I couldn't tell you what game it is, but it's some games where there's just so many enemies, and there's... I guess there's a lot of different games like that.
Well, I guess I'm going the slow way. At least it's technically the safer way, but yeah, you saw that I was trying to bypass that. But the archer's hitbox was still active before I landed, so it did not go well. But I think, do I do it here? Yeah, I do eventually get up here, especially considering I want that CD. And the enemy arrangement here is set up in a way where you can get across the gap. So that is entirely doable without the machine.
Have to do it. They'd have to do it since there's a power up, not a power up, collectible there. But when's the last time I tried to collect collectibles in a game besides Donkey Kong Country?
Okay, and it's just like I immediately okay, I remember this part. 3 archers. It's so bad.
Oh, there's a third one. Oh wow.
You need to remember you can crouch, and that's how you get through this section, because your air slash barely won't help you. Like only at the very end of it, and you'll just be stuck doing piddly damage, because these guys do have medium amount of health. And you have to do a really good jump here. And then this jump was one of the banes of my existence for a while, because it looks so staggeringly simple. Just by the skin right there.
Just slightly too long.
If I was any closer to the left, it would have hit me, and then the knockback would have killed me. And I would have had to do the entire vehicle section to get to that point again.
Right.
That's what I mean by just like the stuff.
What is this? Like background wise?
I don't know. I think maybe it's something that's taking lava power.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, yeah, it seems to be mixing or just spinning in it.
Yeah, also, Asagi just cheated and somehow managed to tweak the programming of the game to make her max level.
I mean, if you can do that, just make yourself the main character.
That technically, I don't think the programming is that powerful.
I mean, if she hates leveling up, why does she want to be the main character? I mean, I guess this almost seems more shallow now and makes it less sympathetic.
Well, it's more that
if she just wants to skip, I mean, maybe she's just done this so long she's tired of it.
Yeah, because even at the first in the first encounter with her, she did talk about how just like, oh, the first town I need to get to work, maybe you're my first boss fight, etc. But here it's like she needs to work to get to be the main character, and I think that it's really just like I don't want to keep doing this.
So maybe this is just showing her. Maybe this is her. She probably won't learn this, but a subtle audience thing. All she needs to do to be the main character is work, and she's unwilling to do that, and that's why she's never the main character. Because she keeps looking for shortcuts. That's how I interpret this.
Interesting. I'd have to look through. Oh my god, that A rank is like just like a stab to the heart after all that work.
Yeah.
Because you saw that boss fight went through like like no thing. But that second checkpoint thing was just so hard. It killed me so many times that it's just. Sometimes again, I think that this level is like the only level, or one of the only levels where I'm just like, this is unfair.
So even in later nights, other levels don't get worse.
Yeah, in my opinion.
But our hardened criminal nature is hidden inside. That's true. You always want your hero to have a secret or two.
Yes, that's true. The fact that they're terrible people.
Yeah.
Allow them to fight hard.
How is that sweet at all?
I mean, it's something where just like sometimes you forget. It's implied in this Gaia 4 that the reason why they're so cartoony and whatever is that the Prinnies training school, basically breaks them down into these kind of forms.
I did it again, didn't I?
Or else they'd just be the same kind of humans.
Maybe you should play a different game.
So they'd be as jerkish.
Yep.
But they just get worn down.
Yeah, they get worn down in the Prinny training school.
Hold up.
So that they're put in the condition to work.
Someone has the what's the thing called? The pot. The kettle is boiling. I hope someone gets up and deals with that. Okay, someone did.
Okay.
You might even say we're responsible for Master Etna's rise to power.
You see, I'm cultured. You know, getting a kettle ruined my life.
Oh, okay, here we go. What happened now?
Heating water in a kettle has made me just. I've probably heated water in a microwave like 5% of the time ever since I got a kettle. It's just so much better to use the stove or just use the electric kettle and not just heat up water in a microwave. It's just so much better. And now when I have cup soup, I just, instead of putting water in the soup, I heat it up in the microwave. I heat up the water and then pour it into the soup, into the noodle packet. It's just so much better.
Well, okay then.
And that's why my life is ruined.
Of course it is. Seriously, like, without context, you sound like such a brat.
That's true. I wish. I'd love to be a brat.
No, you wouldn't. I mean, if you were unaware, technically you would, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'd love to not have problems so that I could just be a brat.
No, I'm not going to use that. It's too unwieldy and I hate it.
Yeah, you look like you're able to just bounce right into the hole anyways. No, thank you, sir.
Yep, but
say.
if you paid attention to the cutscene earlier, Etna is mysteriously gone from the Etna chamber. I wonder what's happening.
What's her name kidnapped her?
Asagi
That can't be right.
Asagi can't hold a candle to Etna, are you serious?
I was about to say that can't be right. So I guess I don't know then.
Well, we'll see. Obviously, I hate these later variations of the imp enemies. They're just because I like how the.
So could Asagi get through this stage?
What was that?
Could Asagi get through this stage?
I mean, I guess she technically has to reach the lair.
Yeah.
Or she could just go the other way.
That's also true. So that means she got through the hardest stage.
Well, she doesn't explode on contact with stuff, so she at least has that.
I guess I was about to say she only uses one life to do that, but yeah, she's probably a lot more durable.
Yep. Man, I know you were talking about.
Also, why she loses. Like Prinny have to be a lot more ruthless because they know one hit's gonna kill them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that if they were good at training, that technically isn't true. It's just that these Prinnies are just weak and desperate. But at the same time, even the strongest Prinny will still explode when thrown, because the soul is unstable.
Yeah. Like, you just died just because you're standing next to a gargoyle.
Yep. As I said, these guys are weak, but they're determined.
But what were you saying now?
I was saying even the strongest Prinny will die.
No, I interrupted you and you're saying something.
Oh. I think that was what I was getting to. Yeah, so the thing is that there are certain places, like there's a holy land for Prinnies called Prinny Land, where for some reason the geo effect of the place makes it so that they don't explode. Or that's where a lot of Prinny renegades end up and try and form their own society.
Oh, I thought this was for people who turned out to be good enough as a Prinny to just be able to go to a better place.
That's Celestia.
Okay. I like fictional worlds where they've become big enough that they're similar places that just have different lore. Like Lorule and Termina, even though Lorule and Termina are the same place, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're not actually the same place, but we know they're the same. Or like the Dark World, and actually, I kind of don't like the fact that the Twilight Realm is not just the Dark World. Just make it the Dark World, especially since
I mean, isn't the Dark World
followed by Four
in a
Swords
different
Adventures?
timeline?
Just no, Four Swords Adventures has the Dark World.
Oh,
and
I didn't know that.
After Twilight Princess, and it's like, just what? Why? Whatever. I guess Twilight is such a specific thing.
She's
like,
found out the way to become a main character in Japan.
Fighting games mostly, but these girls are all human, just like me. Check this out, Coach.
Oh,
I
so-
picked mushroom, and guess what?
Okay, mushroom.
It's gonna make my BBs bigger.
Okay.
Yes, so in her idea is just like she started playing other games to sort of get an idea of how other characters do it, and she plays out of the fighting games with girls with huge boobs and whatever. She's taken just like, maybe that's what I need.
I don't play in fighting games where the characters have big boobs. I guess Bloody or Extreme? Not really. And definitely no to Soul Calibur. Like, there's Taki, but that's it.
What about Ivy, or whatever her name was?
Oh yeah, Ivy. Yeah, I actually do remember her boob physics. For some reason, that always stood out to me.
For some
She very
reason,
specifically had
for
boob
every
physics.
reason.
Okay, for every reason. Well, actually, just for some reason, because I rarely used her because her whip sword is just so hard to use that I just never use it.
Oh, I think this is the
That
part
it
where
never becomes a whip.
I think this is the part where I finally get into the groove of things and get my original slashing speed back.
Good.
Um,
But when's the last time he picked up a part for the food?
a part for the food.
What's he doing?
Oh yeah. Technically,
An ingredient.
well, technically the two stages ago we got a golden ice cream sandwich. But we have been getting stuff after each stage. But notice that the food hasn't really been mentioned. But just keep that in mind. Also, I like your in-between shape, Asagi. It's not people never do that anymore. I mean, they do now recently, but at the time, people never do that anymore.
That flat as a board thing was totally 90s.
Yep.
The new millennium is all about short and snappy.
That's both. That's true.
Short and snappy.
You know, it's corny.
Got it, dude.
It's a bit corny. If the main character's flat-chested.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's...
I'm just thinking of Lucky Star and.
Oh, right, you're
there's a
talking
bunch of other
about just the
shows.
tropes. Yeah, it is, incredibly.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, dude?
So yeah, Etna's just been skulking around.
Saying
Hmm.
I mean, she's basically the interim overlord. Who's going to tell her where she can and can't go?
See this Prinny here?
I'm assuming that
Says what he loves the most. He'll turn into Pringer X.
are we this Prinny specifically?
No, she's actually just blatantly lying.
Stop lying.
Okay then. Why? She doesn't have to. Just punch her once. I guess she's interested in seeing what's going on.
Yeah, she is.
Are aliens in this world?
I feel like I should
I guess
know this.
different underworld. This should count as aliens.
Yeah,
because it's different
I
planets.
mean, yes, that technically. I'm wondering if like aliens in the human world count. I'm just like, I don't. I can't remember. I don't think so in the traditional sense.
Is Etna like a jerk, or is she like a jerk to people who aren't terrible? Like, is she a jerk to good people?
Well, she's like a standard person in this case. So she is. Most of the guys are like jerks with their own like little vices and quirks, but she can give good advice and be nice, if she wants to.
Because I'm thinking if she sees Asagi like not bothering her, would her original reaction would be to be neutral or to just be at her?
Yeah, she has friends that she does friend stuff with, just not in the traditional sense. So if she's not completely terrible, if she was, then she would be insufferable in the original game. The original game's point is that these guys, even though they have a society based around vices and this kind of stuff, they actually do care for each other, just in a weird, warped way.